Before the world awakens to the conscious light of day, there is an ancient, profound silence that rests upon the edge of the world. At 5 o'clock in the morning in Norway, the air is thick with a freezing, heavy mist clinging to the dark, nutrient-rich waters like a second skin, casting the environment in muted, ghostly blue hues. If you merely glance at it, you might think this claustrophobic, alien environment is entirely indifferent and empty of life. But you would be wrong. Just beneath the glassy surface, this sheer black trench is pulsing with the relentless rhythm of survival. Through the fog comes the resonant exhalation of the absolute sovereign, the orca. As the massive bull exhales, his volcanic, highly pressurized breath instantly condenses into a glowing pillar of white mist as his pod patrols their submerged kingdom. When the morning light slowly burns away the mist, revealing the immense proportions of the fjord, we see the true source of these giants' power, which lies not in their teeth, but in the invisible. The remarkably rich ocean currents carry a staggering wealth of microscopic life, a foundational system sustaining the entire complex food web, without which the empire of the killer whales would instantly collapse. To truly understand the harshness of this place, you must look up at the towering vertical black cliffs of the Norwegian Fjords. Colossal monuments carved over millions of years by the grinding retreat of ancient glaciers, creating a complex geological labyrinth of sea stacks and tectonic shelves that the whales now use to ambush prey. Surrounding this realm of apex predators, the coastal edges stir awake with their own unique survival strategies. In the shallow rock pools, a Eurasian otter meticulously grooms its insulating fur. Above the swells, a flock of common eiders begins their soft cooing. On the steep emerald slopes, a massive red deer grazes on frosted vegetation while a bull moose wades into the freezing shallows for kelp. And, relying on blubber for warmth, a harbor seal camouflages against a wet boulder to sleep while an immense gray seal floats vertically like a discarded cork. Yet that peace is merely an illusion, for down in the depths, the leisurely dawn is replaced by the brutal, muscular explosion of the orca pod orchestrating a masterclass in cooperative hunting. Communicating through a complex symphony of clicks and whistles, they trap a shimmering bait ball of Atlantic herring with precise curtains of bubbles. Orca violently slaps its tail flick, a percussive gunshot stunning dozens of fish and turning the surface into a churning cauldron. This explosion of life draws plunging northern gannets from the sky, scatters frantic Atlantic puffins, and summons a colossal humpback whale that swallows thousands of gallons of herring-rich water in a single lunge. As the afternoon winds sweep down, the killer whales shift their focus to the elusive Atlantic salmon. Using the sheer stone walls as an anvil to corner the fish, until a multi-ton bull orca breaches entirely clear of the water, clamping a salmon in his jaws and sending a thunderous impact echoing past a scavenger red fox and the intense gaze of a high-perched white-tailed eagle. In my 20 years of studying these trenches, what astounds me most is not the hunt, but the profound lethargy of midday when the water becomes a flawless mirror and the orca pod drifts into a submerged kelp forest to enter a deep aquatic slumber known as logging. Anchored together, their black and white bodies rise and fall to the faint, low-frequency thrum of their resting heartbeats. While in the darkest abysses far below, a scarred sperm whale hovers like an ancient submarine, allowing these giants to find fleeting peace. Finally, at twilight, the environment undergoes a dramatic transformation into an inky, impenetrable black, where ambient life, like black guillemots, red-throated divers, and minke whales retreat into the shadows, yielding the stage to the grandest event. Drawn together by an invisible acoustic network, different orca families converge into an unstoppable megapod. Diving into the darkest depths before erupting in unison. Dozens of multi-ton killer whales launch simultaneously into the icy twilight air, crashing back with an earth-shattering roar and geysers of glowing mist. It is the ultimate untamed display of supremacy. And as the deep Norwegian night finally claims the fjord, ocean giants slip silently back into the dark depths, continuing their endless, masterful reign over these magnificent and unforgiving waters.